You're very welcome to section 2 of this Quora marketing course. In the last section, we covered what is Quora, the 3 benefits of Quora for your business, and you also got access to all of these course notes. So I hope that now you're really fired up to get into the 7 steps of Quora marketing and the 7 steps to really complete the project for this course. In this lecture, we are going to complete the first of those 7 steps, and that is really to join Quora and optimize your profile. These are the points here that we're going to cover in this lecture, and I'm going to walk you through all these points step by step using my own profile. I think it needs a bit of an update, so you can see really how I update it. The first step that you should really do is come over to Quora.com and sign up. You can just click the link straight here to get to it. And what you're going to see is a welcome screen like this. You can sign up with Google or Facebook, or if you've already got an account like I do, you can just click through to your profile. What you want to do once you come through is actually head on over to your profile here. And this is really the section that we're going to be optimizing in this lecture. And in particular, the profile bio, your description, also the topics that you are part of, and also help you to maybe find a couple of people to follow. Let us get started then with the first point. You want to give your profile a killer headline, and that really should signal to your audience that you're qualified to answer their questions. So there are a number of ways that you can really add a profile bio. What do you want to cover? 15 years as a college admissions officer. Really, you can put in something like writer, instructor, accountant, whatever you want. I'm going to put in Google certified marketer, teaching 30,000 students online. So you can see that what I'm trying to do here is putting in some credibility indicators. So I'm a Google certified marketer and I'm teaching 30,000 students. Now, you may not have credibility indicators like that you can point to. But as I mentioned, having a badge like this is perhaps something that you can add later on. If you've got a degree, if you're whatever you might have on your CV or LinkedIn profile as a credibility indicator, that's what you want to be putting in similar here. It's the same thing you might have on your Twitter profile. You might just be copying and pasting it across. So there we go. We've done our killer headline. Just remember, you're trying to signal to your audience that you're qualified to answer their questions. And even you don't have to show big credibility indicators. You can just put in something like their writer, Google AdWords expert, whatever you want there, just to even give a clue about what you really know about. Moving on to the second point there, you really want to add detail using your profile summary. And this is an opportunity now to include a link to your website or some of your top Quora questions. So I'm going to show you how to do both of these. So what you might do, and what I'm thinking of doing here and experimenting with, is I'm just going to say what I'm working on now, and then I'm just going to put in a link to a course that I'm working on now. And you can see that once you put in the link, it actually gives you an opportunity to not just have the link, but put in some text. So there we go. I think I'll tidy that up a little bit later, make the link across the full thing. But I'm just really going to update that there. So you could put in something like that. I might test this out, see how that works. Another thing that you could do maybe further down the line, as well as putting in a link to your website, or even separately, you can just put in a link to your top Quora answers. This shows what you really know about. So you can take the link to one of your answers and you can really pop it in there, and you can see that that is how it really gets displayed. So you could say something like some of the things that I know about, or some of the questions that I've answered. And if you've got a number of upvotes that you're proud of, you could perhaps put that in there. So I might take a little bit of time to tidy this up for myself, but essentially that is an important part that you should really fill out. It's your profile summary. Now the next step is to really claim your core topics. You want to indicate to Quora what you really know about so that it can present those questions to you in your profile, and then you can then answer those. So in order to add topics to your profile, what you can really do is come down to knows about here. You can edit this, and now you can really add in some of the topics that you know about here. So for example, I might add in something like marketing plans. And then it'll pull up the list of topics here. I can add that in, and that's going to show in my profile now. And if you're not sure what are the topics that you should really be looking at, well, I've included here a list of the most followed topics on Quora. Now this does say 2015, but you can see on the sidebar here, there's the top 50 topics. So you can really go through some of these, find the most updated list, and you'll really see the biggest topics on Quora. And that can give you really a sense, I guess, of what are the most popular topics. And if you are, if you know about a couple of different topics, well, maybe you should look and position yourself as an expert in ones that are really at the top of the list here. Now, after you have claimed your core topics, the final step and the fourth step in optimizing your profile is to really follow other people. You want to do this for a couple of reasons. First, you want to understand how top writers in your topic are successful. So if we come back to one of these lists, you can see technology here. And what you will see at the side of the topic here is a list of the most viewed writers. And what you can see here are the top most viewed writers. And if we open this up now, we should see a list of the top 10, which we do. What I would recommend is you start to go through each of these people and understand the type of answers that they write, the way that they structure them, because you really want to model what has already been successful. So I'd recommend that you go ahead and do that and follow those people in your category. Now, another reason you might want to do it is to make connections with people in your topic. So not only do you need to follow those top people, if you read a question that you like within technology, and it's not one of those top 10 people, you can still follow them because you want to make connections with people that are at your level as well. The final reason that you want to follow people is you want to increase your own Quora followers. And if you follow somebody at your level, many people are going to follow you back. So these big top writers are probably not going to follow you back because they've got hundreds and thousands of followers and hundreds and thousands of requests every day. But people at your level or maybe a little bit above are going to follow you back. And if you're looking for a guaranteed follow back, you can just start by clicking here and adding me. And I will follow you back, and you maybe do that after you optimize your profile. So you can always that'll give you an extra little bit of accountability, I think, to finish it out. So what you should really do now is go ahead and complete this first step. Join Quora, optimize your profile using these 4 points, and go ahead and do that before you move on. I'm going to take a little bit of time to do it. You can add in links to other social media profiles, etc. That's standard stuff. But I think we've covered off on the 4 main points here that I would really recommend you do. So go ahead and take a couple of minutes to do that, and then I'll see you for step number 2 in our 7-step process, which is really to identify those questions that are worth answering for you.